What if Neo was in MHA? Chapter 13. Shoto vs Izuku. Begin. Present mic announced. Shoto started off by creating a wall of ice heading straight for Deku. Smash! Deku yelled as he flicked a finger from his robotic arm at 100%. The ice stopped a few feet from him before shattering. A large gust of wind and chunks of ice flew at Shoto. To avoid being pushed back, Shoto had created a wall of ice behind himself. Well, Midoriya managed to break Todoroki's insane opening move. Present mic yelled. But nothing has changed. Shoto is still standing at the start of the match, Aizawa said. Shoto then shot another ice wall at Deku, which he countered with another flick. He countered again. Present mic yelled. But how long can he keep this up? Aizawa questioned. Why you gotta be so negative all the time? Present mic said. 3 more times. During my training, I had the time to test the limits on my new arm. I found out that while a single 100% punch would send my arm into the red, a flick of my finger at the same power wouldn't. In total I can do this 5 times before entering the red. I've only got 3 smashes left, Izuku thought. Let's continue, Shoto said. Shoto then shot another ice wall at Deku. But this time, instead of countering with a flick of his finger, Deku jumped over the wall. Yes. I did it, Deku thought. What's this? Midoriya has decided to dodge instead of counter this time. Present mic question. Hold on, why didn't he do that in the first place? Why destroy the ice the first 2 times but jump over the third? Kaminari asked. Timing. Izuku needed to time his jump perfectly. Too early and Shoto could react and change his attack. Too late, he would be trapped in the ice wall, Cinder said. Exactly. Those first 2 finger flicks allowed him to gauge the timing of Shoto's attack, Momo said. He timed my attacks to dodge at the right moment. He wants an endurance match. He's going to keep his distance and force me to continue using my ice. However, he won't be able to dodge if I get close, Shoto thought. Shoto then used his ice to push himself up the ice wall, closing the distance between him and Deku. As I thought. He sees what I'm doing, Deku thought. Oh no you don't, Deku thought. Deku aimed at Shoto. Shoto instinctively created an ice wall behind him. But at the last moment Deku jumped and aimed down. Smash! Deku yelled. The wind pressure pushed Deku up into the air, whilst also breaking all the ice and pushing Shoto into the ground. Deku landed on the other side of the arena. The lights on his arm then blinked from green to yellow. 2 shots left, Deku said. Deku then heard a bunch of ice coming towards him. Deku quickly turned around to see a massive wall of ice inches from him. Deku didn't have time to aim a finger flick. He closed his prosthetic fist and charged one for all into it. He thrusted his arm forward, creating a gust of wind much more powerful than before. However, due to the force and his ill footing, Deku was flung back, landing inches away from the edge of the arena. As the cold mist cleared, Deku saw that Shoto had also been pushed back by the wind, but he had remained in the area by using an ice wall behind himself. That was much more powerful than any of your previous attacks. You're trying to keep me away. Smart, Shoto said. Deku looked at his prosthetic arm. There were several cracks along it and sparks flying from it. He had pushed his prosthetic past its limit and now it was completely busted. What's the matter? Unable to blast my attacks away anymore, Shoto asked. Deku noticed that parts of Shoto's right arm had ice forming on it and was shaking from the cold. He's shaking. He's definitely reaching his limit. I've got to keep fighting, Deku thought. I'm sorry about this, but thanks for drawing it out. Look at him. He's furious I'm not using his power. With your prosthetic arm like that, you can't blast away my ice, can you? Why don't we end this, Shoto said. Shoto then shot one final ice wall at Deku. The ice wall towered over Deku before engulfing him. Neo jumped from her seat towards the balcony, a worried expression on her face. Izuku Midoriya, if you can hear me. You have 5 seconds to break out of the ice before you are declared immobile, losing the match. 5 4 3 2 1 Midnight announced. The arena remained silent. Izuku Midoriya is Midnight said. A loud bang then came from the ice. What Shoto said. There was then another loud bang. And then another. And another. And another. With one final bang the ice exploded outwards and created a big cloud of mist. And emerging from the mist, were black tendrils. What are those? Shoto asked. What's this? Has an octopus entered the arena? Present Mike asked. The mist then began to clear. Everyone saw Deku standing completely unharmed, and with several of the black tendrils coming from what remained of his left arm. Black tendrils. I thought young Midoriya was quirkless. He could have never discovered it before. Or it's something else, All Might thought. What are those black tendrils? Have you been hiding another quirk? Shoto asked. I have no idea what this is, but what I do know is that it is my quirk, not anyone else's. It's mine and I'll use it. The beat you, Deku yelled. Why are you going this far? Shoto asked. Because you're trembling, Todoroki. It's easy to forget that quirks are physical abilities, and that mean there are limits to how far they can be pushed. There's a limit to how much cold your body can take. Usually, you'd use your fire side to make up for the drop in temperature, but you're refusing to do that now. We're all giving it our all, to try and win. To make our dreams into a reality. To become number one. So, don't think you can win with half your strength. Look at me, Todoroki. You haven't managed to put a scratch on me yet. So come at me with all you've got, Deku yelled. Neo breathed a huge sigh of relief and sat back down. Midoriya. What are you trying to do here? You want my fire? What, did my monster Odia dad bribe you or something? Shoto asked. Shoto the charged at Deku. Now I'm mad, Shoto said. Deku noticed that Shoto's moment had slowed. As Shoto got in close, Deku ran towards him, leaving Shoto no room to change course. Deku charged one for all in his right arm and proceeded to punch Shoto in the stomach. Deku then began to swing his left arm like it was still there. As he was midway through, the tendrils wrapped up together to form an arm. Deku then landed a hit on the side of Shoto's head with his new arm. Shoto was sent flying back to the edge of the arena. The crowd erupted in cheers. Hey Neo. Do you know what those black tendrils coming from Izuku are? Kirishima asked. Neo shrugged. Whatever they are, I bet they'll be good in bed, Mina teased. Neo blushed profusely. Shoto got up from the ground, coughing as he stood. Why, Shoto thought. Shoto then shot an ice wall at Deku, but this time it was smaller and slower than before. It was so slow that Deku was able to dodge it without one for all. Shoto then ran in close. Deku dodged around Shoto and punched him, sending him flying into his ice. Deku began to dominate on Shoto, completely flipping how the match started. However, Shoto was never sent out of the arena. Every time Deku punched Shoto to the edge of the arena, he would let Shoto get back up and come back at him. Deku then punched Shoto once more to the edge of the arena. Shoto used his ice to stop himself. Why are you allowing me to get back up? Why not just end the match by forcing me out of the arena? Shoto asked. You can quite easily end the match by surrendering or walking out, Deku said. I can't give up. I need to prove my old man wrong, Shoto said. You don't need to prove him wrong. All you need to prove is that you can be a pro hero. That's what I want. I wanna be a pro. And I'll do whatever it takes to be a hero, Deku yelled. Deku then punched Shoto. That's why I'll give it my all, just like you should be. There's no way I can know what you've gone through, or why you're even here. Your life has been so much different than mine, but right now. Stop screwing around. If you wanna reject your father, fine, but you don't have the right to be number one if you aren't going to use your full power. That's why I'm going to win this. I'll surpass you, Deku yelled, punching Shoto once more. Shoto struggled to stand after that punch. I refuse to use my left side. I refuse to use his power, Shoto said. It's yours. Your quirk, not his, Deku yelled. Shoto's side of the arena was then engulfed in flames. You're helping your opponent. You fool. Even though you wanna win this battle. Now which one of us is screwing around? I want it, too. I'll be a hero, Shoto said. Deku smiled. Yes, Shoto, Endeavor yelled. Endeavor walked to the edge of the viewing platform. Have you finally accepted your purpose? That's it. Very good. This is the dawn of a new era for us. With my blood in your veins, you will surpass me. You will live up to the reason I created you, Endeavor yelled. But his words fell on death's door to Shoto. He had completely blocked his father out. Amazing, Deku said. Why are you smiling? Now that you've brought out my fire, you're in a hopeless situation. You must be crazy. Don't blame me for what happens next, Shoto asked. Likewise, Deku said. Shoto then began to use his fire and ice at the same time. Deku meanwhile charged up One for All to his limit. During his training before the sports festival, he was able to increase his limit to 15%, but only in short bursts. Midnight, this is going too far. One of them could be killed, Cementos said, controlling the cement. I agree, Midnight said, ripping her costume to release her sleep-inducing aroma. Shoto then produced a large wall of ice, sending it towards Deku. Deku jumped over the ice and started running on the ice towards Shoto. Izuku charged One for All in his right arm to 100%. Shoto then shot his fire at Deku. Before impact, several cement walls popped up, but they did little to dampen the blow. There was a large explosive force that emanated from the arena, sending large powerful gusts of wind through the stadium. Everybody was waiting with bated breath for the dust to clear to see the results of the fight. When the dust cleared, everyone saw that Deku had been flung out of the arena and into the stadium wall. Deku then slumped to the ground. Midoriya is out of bounds. And Todoroki is, Midnight announced. Shoto then became visible as the dust around him cleared. Also, out of bounds, Midnight announced. Shoto was lying face up just outside the arena. It's a tie, Midnight announced. Medical robots then came out and took Shoto and Deku to Recovery Girl. We will review the footage to see if we can confirm who was out of bounds first, Midnight said. In Recovery Girl's infirmary, Deku slowly awoke and saw Neo before his eyes. Hey. Neo, Deku said. Neo smiled. So. I guess I lost, Deku said. You didn't lose. But you didn't win either, All Might said, gesturing to the bed next to him. Deku looked to see Shoto in the next bed over. So it was a draw, Deku said. You shouldn't be worried about that right now. You should be worried about your arm, Recovery Girl said. What do you mean? Can you not heal my arm, Deku asked. I can, but it will take some time. You might not have enough stamina for me to fully heal you. If I can't heal you, then you'll have to withdraw, Recovery Girl said. I see, Deku said. Even if you do have to withdraw, you have done remarkably well, All Might said. Thank you all. Mr. Yujai, Deku said, as he realized that Shoto could have overheard them. Eureka, Tenya, Ajue and Cinder then burst into the room, causing All Might to jump. Midoriya, they all called out. Are you okay? Oh. It's nice to meet you, Sir, Eureka asked. Yeah, All Might said. Hey, you guys. Shouldn't you be watching the matches, Deku asked. The stage was far too damaged, and they are reviewing the footage from the end of your match to see if they can declare a winner. They are taking a quirk break in the meantime, Cinder said. Hey, Izuku, what was that black tendril power that you used during your match? MHA asked. I don't know honestly. I was surprised just as much as you were, Deku said. Well, whatever it may be, that doesn't matter right now. I wish you a speedy recovery, Tenya said. Attention all, we are about to announce our review of the match, Midnight announced. I shall go and watch and report back, Tenya said. No need, Recovery Girl said. Recovery Girl then pulled up the live broadcasting of the sports festival. Everyone watched as the last moments of the battle were played in slow motion. As it played, they saw that Deku and used the black tendrils to break through Cementossa's walls and passing through them, negating Cementossa's attempt to dampen the blow. Then the blast from the explosion and the dust had caused the cameras to lose sight of Deku and Shoto until the dust had cleared. As you can see, we are unable to declare a winner. So, after the rest of the matches we will have a tiebreaker. And with that said, the next match will begin shortly, Midnight said. You guys should go, Deku said. Alright, we'll see you later. Hope you recover soon, Cinder said. Eureka, Tenya, MHA and Cinder then left the room. You have some great friends, Shoto said. Todoroki. You're awake. When did you wake up, Deku asked. When your friends burst into the room, Shoto said. Sorry about that, Deku said. Don't worry about it. By the way, who's the skinny old man, Shoto asked. I'm Toshinari Yujai. I'm a new teacher at UA. I help students who have trouble controlling their quirks, All Might lied. I see, Shoto said. That's enough visitation for now. These two need rest, Recovery Girl said. Very well, All Might said. All Might and Neo then left the room. After leaving, Neo looked at All Might. I may not be able to understand you, but I have a feeling on you want to say. I don't know what those black tendrils were either, All Might said. Neo nodded. I have a feeling it's to do with One for All. I'll have a look into it, All Might said. Neo gave a thumbs up. All Might then walked away and Neo began to walk back to the viewing platform. As she came to a junction, Cinder stepped out. So, who's the old man? And what One for All? It's not related to One for All, is it? Cinder asked. End of chapter 13.